Hello and welcome. Welcome to the front hall. Here is the inside of that pet that I have been working on. Now I know this is not the greatest view. I'm going to zoom in. That is as much as the zoom goes. And then I'm going to move around a bit. So that's the connector. I've been, well, I don't know if I've been perplexed for, I think really it was the one upstairs, but that is the connector that goes to the monitor. Moving down, there is the power connector with a great big capacitor there. Along here are support chips, and I'm not sure if I have room. Maybe if I push this back a bit. There we go. Oops, sorry. Those are the RAM chips. All of them, and other magical things that are required. And if we look up here, we'll see there is what appears. That's a great big capacitor, and it's got many things attached. And to my eye, it has been replaced. I'm just going to adjust. I don't usually do this. There, I believe that's been replaced. Now, I want to get to the ROMs if I can. But we're going to have to go along the side here. Oh yeah, there they are. So DOS Wedge Basic 4, and then the other ones all seem that they are EPROMs in adapters. They do. Actually, you know what? This cable is in the way. I will take it off. That is the cable to the monitor. I can pull it off. So it does look like they are very clearly marked, which is always a wonderful thing. There is, of course, an empty socket. And that empty socket was typically used as a dongle for a variety of programs. Now it's funny, this DOS Wedge Basic 4, that is not typically in there because that's usually another empty socket that different programs can use. It is. Long ago, remember, and somewhere I probably still have it, I'm sure I do, we had what we called a Quadra ROM that we bought. And it's funny, it was very tall. It had skinny little legs, and it went way up, and you could put different programs, EPROMs, on there. So you didn't have to go switch them. You could just switch the switch on the thing. And that was, like now, you'd think, oh my golly, what a hassle is that? But, back then that was like, woohoo, this is great. So yeah, probably somewhere in a box I still have that. I would think that I do. Anyway, let's just switch back over here for a second. Right there, pretty much in the middle, that's the connector that I took the video off of because, well, the wire was in the way. And now I will put it back on. So now it is connected. And I think I've given DEOXIT enough time. So you know what? I'm going to turn this on for a second. And I'm going to look up above, and I see that the screen has come up just fine. And that's good. I like that. I do indeed. But I'm wondering, do I need to go and do more stuff up in the monitor? I'm just not sure. Because I shifted that ever so slightly and put it back down, I probably should. But I do have this fear of death. I do. Quite understandable. Look at all that. There are tons of support chips on here. Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of them. Let's aim down a little bit more. Ta-da. And there, again, are most, maybe not quite all the RAM chips, but lots of them. So this is the inside of a Commodore PET. First introduced in, I guess, 1977. So we're coming up on, oh golly, is that like 50 years almost? But not quite. Oh, the other thing we should look at, way down in the back. Hang on here. Way down in the back. If we're there, oh no, that's the capacitor. Hang on. I might have to do this a little bit more. That's the power supply. It's not glamorous. It's a transformer. That's what it looks like. That's what it is. It's a transformer. And it's big, and it's heavy, and it's not pretty, but it works really well. And funny, some people say, and I believe they really should have put a cooling fan in these things, but they didn't. There are places that oh, you know what? It almost looks like if I look up above here in the case, it looks like there are places that maybe they thought they would. Like there's basically 3 holes that lead up to the monitor. The cables, the power cable and stuff, they all run up through the one. But there are some things up there. There's looks like 4 holes right in the middle. And they look like they have inserts in them that would allow something to be screwed in there that might hold, ooh, like a fan. Can you imagine? Let's see. I don't know if we can get up there and see it or not. Oh, what was that? Okay, hang on. Inside the case here. Oh, look. Oh yeah, look at that. See those 2 things up there towards the left that are shiny. Oh, there's 8 of them. There is. If we slide across here, there we're looking up into where the monitor goes. There's the cable. But right in the middle there are 4 shiny things. I don't know what size they are, but I could figure it out. And then, if we go over here, where are they? There's 2 more. I wonder what was supposed to go there, or if they did say, hey, maybe we ought to put a fan in there. I just don't know. But that might make it easy, or easier, to mount a fan with the right size screw, etc. Might be. Now that cable right there that we're looking at, let's go up some more. That connects to the keyboard. And that is very handy, because if you don't have a connection to the keyboard, well, you have, well, nowhere to input. And if we turn a bit, we can go over, and find the reset switch. And indeed, it's got all kinds of things that could go on it, but don't go on it. Why? Well, because I guess they don't have to. I guess they don't. I guess that's, well, for this application, it's quite simple. But it certainly is in some way. I mean, I kind of wish it wasn't there, because it's right on the front and it's right on the top, and that means there's a hole in the case, and I'd rather that was not the case, but it is the case. So it is. I wish it was somewhere else, but then, then it's a whole kerfuffle to get to. So, 6 of one, half dozen of another. But I do like the fact that it's not just a little tappy push button thing that when you're in the middle of something and you accidentally set your glasses down or do whatever, or along comes a cat, that suddenly everything you've been working on is gone. That would be bad. It would be. Anyway, well, let's move back. There's the keyboard connector. Now I gotta see. All the while, I'm trying not to pop the phone out of the little tripod thing here. We'll follow the keyboard cable down, 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 to where it then connects to the board. And then, of course, what do we find? All the ROM chips, all lined up just so. Looking so pretty. They are. And with the adapters. And see, the adapters are necessary because, of course, I guess not all the ROMs from back then are not available. So there's other ROMs that are available, but they don't fit. So you have to have these little adapter boards. Except it looks like one of them seems to be okay. The second one along there. And they were all socketed on this machine, or at least they were. Either they were socketed or somebody added sockets. Mostly, I think they were socketed, but not necessarily all. And so they could be popped out, and that's always a good thing. Mind you, of course, there's always the possibility that a socket will go bad. Oh, looking down the back, the very back at the blue connectors, one on the cassette port, one on the user port, that is the Pet Companion connectors. And that is why we can see what's going on this machine when it wasn't showing us things. That's why we can see it over here. Can we see it? Oh, hang on. Maybe we need to tip up a bit. Maybe, oh, there we are. Now the light may not be helpful here, but it's on. Anyway, there it is, the Pet Companion. Now I know that Rudy uses this. He takes the board out and he's got it on the bench and he doesn't have another monitor hooked up and such. I have not got to that yet, but perhaps at some point I will. Perhaps I will. Anyway, so thanks for coming and having a look inside this pet. I will continue to be tormented as to whether, now that I seem to have it reliably happy and it's not doing its shaky thing and the monitor coming and going, as to whether I should attempt to spray the DEOXIT into the connector inside the monitor where there is, of course, high voltage. I mean, taking the back off is not a horrible like thing to do or have to do. It's just 3 screws, and of course I will put the same screws back in that were there, always remembering that they are Robertson or great big slotted. Oh, I don't like the thoughts of death, you know. Anyway, I know from talking to Rudy at one point years ago, he got zapped by a monitor. And that's no fun. It's no fun. Anyway, so here for the moment is our last look inside this Commodore PET that was owned by a genius fellow. And I am pleased to have it, and I'm pleased that now the monitor seems to be quite stable and solid. I suppose what I should do is maybe, oh no, here comes Penny, is maybe leave it turned on for a while and just see if it continues to be okay. Hi, Penny. Before I decide if I'm going to do anything else. I did get a good sort of tweak on that connector up there. That may be all that's necessary. Maybe the micro corrosion is happy now. Penny! I know, that's Penny. So Penny is here, so I guess I should talk to her and see what she has in mind. So indeed, thanks for coming to see this pet, and connected to the Pet Companion by Rudy of Rudy's Retro Intel. By the way, speaking of the Pet Companion, he made some, and he sold some, and I think he has some empty boards left, and he has some completed things. He doesn't have the kits anymore. The empty boards mean that, You got to go get all the parts. But there are still some left. Once they're gone, they're gone. So if you're on YouTube and you look up Rudy's Retro Intel and you write to him and tell him you're interested in a pet companion, then of course he will write back and you can sort it all out. Anyway, it was a long process to get this to work, and I don't remember how many versions of the board he went through, needing little tweaks. And that is, of course, what research and development is. Little tweaks. Anyway, thanks for coming and having a look inside of this pet. And, oh, there's Penny. Penny is under the table, but she doesn't want to come up, and that's okay, because the back of the monitor is open, and the pet's open, and maybe it's just as well. So, I think what I will do is put the case down, leave the back off, and torment it in various ways and see if I really have to do more in there. And it's funny, I suppose if I do, I should wear some sort of gloves. But then, of course, the gloves make it difficult to do what I need to do. Anyway, have a lovely day. And we'll see you again back here. Maybe down here in the front hall, maybe in the TV room. I got to get back to the box room. There's always the pool room. I used to record some in the kitchen, but that's been a while. Anyway, what I'm really hoping to do, and I've said this before, is have a variety of stations set up for a variety of machines. That as things happen, that I can just slide in, do what needs to be done, record what I do, and move on. That is the plan. Oh, hi, Penny. Penny's back. Yes, Penny, I hear you. Yeah, I know, that's Penny. But Penny, I know, but Penny, right now, we've got dangerous things open here. Yes, I know. Penny. Penny. Oh, it really is not a good time to come up, Penny. It really is not. I know. Maybe next time. Anyway, thanks for coming. Yes, I know. Have a lovely day. I will go and discuss things with Penny. Bye for now.